What if I told you Britain and Argentina once fought a full-scale war just a few decades ago, and it might happen again soon? It all started in 1982. The location was one of the most remote corners of the planet, a tiny cluster of islands sitting alone in the freezing South Atlantic, thousands of miles from anywhere, called the Falklands. Britain had held them since 1833. Argentina had spent nearly a century and a half insisting they belonged to them. Then one morning, Argentina stopped arguing and started moving. Warships left port. Troops hit the beaches. British forces on the ground were outnumbered, outgunned, and overwhelmed before reinforcements could reach them. Within hours, the islands had changed hands. Argentina had done what decades of diplomacy never could. But here's where it gets crazier. Britain didn't negotiate, didn't hesitate, assembled one of the most powerful naval task forces since World War II, and sent it sailing across the South Atlantic toward a remote island chain most of its own citizens had never heard of. What followed was 74 days of some of the most intense combat seen since the Second World War. Ships torpedoed in open ocean, soldiers dying in freezing mud at the bottom of the world, missiles and jets and ground battles over windswept hills with no strategic value beyond the principle of ownership. 900 lives lost in total. Britain won. Argentina surrendered. The Falklands went back to the UK, but Argentina never accepted it, and they still haven't. So whose land is it really?